and seeing finally charges are made against some, we continue to see the inequality and injustice in our system. Some seniors are set aside, charges are not meted against them. Who do we hold accountable for that? Charges are changed, and I dare say injustice starts even from the charges. If you frame the charges in a manner to ensure that the threshold will not be met, it's playing to the gallery. You want to be seen like you're doing work, yet you're doing absolutely nothing. And I dare say to our constitutional friends, you have a responsibility and a duty. And I hope one day it will be time to hold former office bearers personally accountable. Because when you change things for the purposes of ensuring that there is injustice, then you can offload that responsibility to a different institution, yet the failure started with you. We shall hold you accountable. And so I want to say that Baby Pendo's case is a case that we should all follow. It's a case that we should hold the different institutions that are there accountable, because it is one of the cases that stems the question of, can we hold our police officers accountable? Not all police officers are bad. That's not the notion that we're saying. But we're saying the ones who are bad must be rooted out. They swear an oath of office to defend, to protect. If they are loyal to their country, to their people, and to their nation, then they must uphold the rule of law. They must exercise restraint. They should not be allowed that we continue to see police officers that are being investigated, that have defiled people, that have maimed, shot, killed, continue to sit in those given police stations. Nothing is done. Justice must also be seen to be done. Public officers are made to step down when there are charges against them. Though for corruption, they are made to step down. But it's also a corrupt system when you continue to see those who are being investigated, those who there are charges against them, continue to sit in those police stations. Tell me, how will people come to raise their voice? How will people report these crimes to the same police officers who are sitting in those police stations? Let's get off our high horses and start holding people accountable. It's not enough to only say public servants to step down. Those police officers that are being investigated should also step aside and allow for investigation. They should not continue to sit in those police stations. Thank you. Afternoon now. The Honorable Chief Justice Emeritus David Maraga, the Chair of IPOA, Ibrahim Isaac. Allow me to adopt the protocols as previously pronounced. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to just congratulate the team for this wonderful report. I think accountability, once tabled on pen and paper, then we should never forget, and we should continue to strive for the fight to hold those in power accountable. I bring you my warm regards from the Law Society of Kenya, where we continue to file as many petitions as we can. I thank the International Justice Mission and the Missing Voices Coalition for your tireless work, and the roving theatre or the traveling theatre. The traveling theatre, I think you really brought to life the emotions, the feelings, and the reality of a lot of the situations that we continued to see at the different police stations around the country during the Gen Z protest. Thank you for being the voices through art of those who continue to seek justice. You have stubbornly refused to be silent in the face of injustice. You have insisted that every life matters and that when a Kenyan goes missing at the hands of those sworn to protect, we must all show up in court, in public discourse, and in solidarity. The Missing Voices report is not just a compilation of statistics, it's a mirror that reflects both the cruelty of impunity and the courage of accountability. Each point represents a mother who is still waiting, a child who doesn't understand, and a system that still owes an explanation. But this report is also a, a call to action because law is not meant to be just read, it's meant to be lived. And when the Constitution says every person has the right to life, it does not include an asterisk for when someone is poor, when someone is young, or inconvenient to the state. As the Law Society of Kenya, we stand ready to hold briefs, robe on our shoulders and backs and bend. Our courts must remain temples of justice, not echo chambers of delay, no chambers of injustice and corruption. We owe it to the missing, the widowed, the orphaned, and yes, to our own humanity. This is not a fight for activists alone, it's a national duty. It, and it must be said, enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings are not bad apples. They're the symptoms of institutional rot that demand constitutional remediation. Before I conclude, I want to just continue to raise concern. After raising so much,
and not Abubakar. Okay. Uh, we, I rely on the protocols that have been established, and to represent the Senator of the Republic of Kenya, Senator Kio Mtata, in this sitting. And he could not be able to attend because he had a case in Busia. So he traveled yesterday and asked me to represent him. So we are together and we really recognize the efforts that are being done by Kenyans and ICJ in particular to bring out this issue of the missing voices. And at our part in the office of the Senator, we have indeed done part of this work and we have been following up and means to look for who are these that they left and where is this particular place, and so that we put pressure in the government and to make sure that these people are released and are with us. That is what I may have to say.